The phone rang at 6:12 a.m. I remember the time because my father was always precise, and calling that early meant something was wrong. He didn't say hello. He said my name once, slowly, like he was testing whether it still belonged to me. "I need you to promise me something," he said. I was half asleep, sitting on the edge of my bed, already feeling that familiar tightening in my chest. The one that came whenever he spoke seriously. "What is it?" I asked. Another pause. "If anyone asks, you don't know." That was it. No explanation, no context. Just a request that sounded more like a warning. My father had never asked me to lie before. He believed truth was a kind of discipline, painful but necessary. So, hearing this from him felt like the ground shifting slightly under my feet. "What happened?" I asked. He ignored the question. "I'll explain later," he said. "Just remember what I said." The line went dead. I didn't hear from him again for 3 days. When I finally drove to his house, there were police cars in the driveway, and a woman standing on the porch crying into her hands. I had never seen her before. Her name was Evelyn. She was my father's sister. At least that's what she said. I grew up believing my father was an only child. He had told that story so often, it felt rehearsed. Clean. Simple. Evelyn didn't look like a lie. She looked like grief given a body. Inside the house, the police spoke quietly. Words like incident and misunderstanding floated through the rooms without landing anywhere solid. My father was alive, but shaken. Silent. Sitting at the kitchen table with his hands folded like he was waiting for judgment. Later, when we were alone, he finally spoke. "She wasn't supposed to come back," he said. That's when the story unraveled. My father hadn't been an only child. He had been the one who stayed. Evelyn had left home at 17, not to escape, to protect herself. From a father who believed obedience mattered more than safety. From a mother who pretended not to notice. When Evelyn ran, my father lied. He told everyone she was dead. He carried that lie for 40 years, and now she was standing in his kitchen, alive, older, and done being invisible. That morning phone call came back to me. "If anyone asks, you don't know." I realized then he wasn't asking me to protect him. He was asking me to protect the version of himself he had survived as. The truth didn't explode. It settled, slowly. Evelyn didn't want revenge. She wanted acknowledgement. She wanted her name back in a family that had erased it for comfort. My father apologized the only way he knew how. Not with words. With honesty. Finally, when the police asked questions, I didn't lie. I told them what I knew and what I didn't. Later, my father looked at me with something I had never seen before. Relief. Not because he was forgiven, but because the lie was finished. Families don't always break loudly. Sometimes they fracture quietly, one unspoken truth at a time. And sometimes healing begins the moment someone stops protecting silence.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.